Hi everyone, Keith here. Let's talk about drug and alcohol addiction. When people hear the words drug addiction or alcohol addiction, they often focus on the substance first, the bottle, the pills, the powder. But in mental health, we learn to look deeper than that. We learn to ask different questions. What pain is the person trying to escape from? Because addiction rarely begins with somebody wanting to ruin their life. Most of the time it begins with somebody trying to survive an emotional pain they just don't know how to carry. For some people, alcohol becomes a way to silence anxiety for a few hours or to increase confidence. Drugs may numb trauma and depression, loneliness, grief, rejection, or memories that still hurt long after that moment has passed. And in the beginning, it can feel like relief, like finally being able to breathe, finally being able to switch your mind off. But slowly, the thing helping you cope becomes the thing controlling you. And that's where the prison begins. People trapped in addiction often describe feeling like they're fighting themselves every single day. Imagine waking up by promising yourself you'll stop, only to find yourself reaching for that same thing again and again. Imagine watching relationships suffer, watching your confidence disappear, while still feeling terrified of facing life without the substance that's slowly destroying you. That internal war is exhausting for people. Addiction doesn't just affect the body, it affects your identity, your self-worth, the relationships you build. It affects parenting, sleep, carers, and above all, it affects hope. And the emotional impact spreads far beyond that individual. Families begin to walk on eggshells, children become anxious, parents feel helpless. Slowly, trust erodes away. Sometimes people become angry, withdrawn, emotionally absent, or unpredictable because addiction changes how the brain functions and how we manage our emotions. And yet beneath all of that, there's usually still a hurting human being. Sadly, here in UK, the statistics are heartbreaking. In 2023, over 10,000 alcohol-specific deaths were recorded across the UK. That's the highest number ever recorded. Drug poison deaths in England and Wales have also continued to rise year after year, with over 5,500 deaths just registered recently. Millions more are silently struggling without ever appearing in those figures. What's even more sobering is that alcohol-related deaths are estimated to be far higher when illness indirectly caused by alcohol is included. Illnesses like liver disease alone account for thousands of deaths every year. But behind all those very real statistics is a very real person. It's a mother trying to hide her drinking because she feels ashamed. A young man using drugs to escape trauma he never spoke about. A father convinced himself he still has control. A teenager feeling emotionally lost and reaching for something, anything, just to numb the pain. Addiction doesn't care about your age, gender, your background, or intelligence. It can affect anyone at any time. And one of the saddest parts is the shame that surrounds it. Many people don't ask for help because they fear being judged. Society can sometimes look at addiction and see it as a weakness, when often it's pain and trauma, mental illness or emotional suffering underneath. Hurt people search for relief. The problem is, relief is temporary, and while the damage becomes permanent if nothing changes. This is the part I really want someone listening today to hold on to, please. This does not have to be your forever. Recovery is possible. It's not perfect, it's not instant, it's certainly not easy, but it is absolutely possible. People rebuild their lives after addiction every single day. They reconnect with families, they rediscover purpose, they learn how to sit with emotions instead of running from them. And sometimes recovery begins with this incredibly brave sentence: I need help. I need help. This is not weakness. That is courage in its rawest form. Recovery may involve therapy, support, it may involve groups, it may involve rehabilitation services, medication, honest conversations, or simply having one person who believes in you when no one else does. When you no longer believe in you. And yes, there can be relapses, and yes, there can be setbacks, but a relapse does not erase the progress. Healing is rarely ever a straight line. So if someone's listening today and is struggling or watching somebody they love struggle, please remember this. A person battling addiction is not just their worst moment. They are not beyond saving. They are not too broken to heal. There's still a human being underneath that pain. And every darkest storm always has a calm day after it. And eventually, the rain will stop. If you know anyone who's struggling with addiction today, please share this. And please know you are heard. I'm Keith, I'm a mental health nurse. Thank you for listening.